What's up, y'all? It's your boy Cool Fish. I'm here at Beijing Zoo and expecting to see some legal porn. And today we're gonna talk about why Chinese women don't love sex. Let's get it.
I'm not talking about the rich, the spoiled, the women grew up from broken family or had traumatizing childhood. I'm talking about normal kitty cat you see every day on the street, on public transportations, in the office, concert, restaurants, liquor stores, bars, clubs, regular adults who deserve to have at least one sex intercourse per week. You know, sex is awesome. It feels good. It doesn't matter what your sex orientation is. Nobody's supposed to hate it. It's the best feeling you could have besides using drugs, so you are supposed to enjoy the hell out of it. But clearly it's not the case for Chinese women, especially when they're not in a relationship. Yeah, it all started from their obsession with some level of commitment before they feel comfortable doing it with somebody. You could say there's nothing wrong with being conservative and loyal, and I totally understand. Some religious people still appreciate their spouse to be a virgin, but these are not the case. There's a strong principle for being conservative or loyal or religious. I don't fuck you because I can't cross that line. Not because you are not a 6 feet rich handsome with 8 packs who's gonna provide a better relationship for me to commit without hurting my self-esteem by leaving. If you can't check all those boxes, I'd rather stay loyal to my toxic relationship, which I can't afford to lose. You know what's funny is, they don't even know their relationship is toxic or not. 99% of Chinese people have only had 1 or 2 relationships before they're married, and their partner is the only person they had sex with. There's no problem of it. I mean, what's the problem of not having slut in your society? Unless people are not doing it voluntarily, but restricted by morality and the tiny little space they have in this hyper-competitive era. It's not like they don't want to fuck around. They simply have no time or balls to do it. Especially for females, because there's no female role model in Chinese history who represents liberty and open mind, who lived a free and easy life. Of course, rich people don't need role model. Poor people can't afford role model. Role model is for controlling the majority in the middle, normal people. The only person who came close to not being oppressed and restricted by patriarchy was a female emperor who used men as her resource to climb to the throne and get everything she wanted. And she did a great job role modeling modern Chinese women, not being superficial and materialistic when picking their partner. And Chinese parents are the worst for kids' sex education. When kids are in school, relationship is totally forbidden. As soon as they graduate, their parents want them to get married and dump 2 kids out of their vagina before 25. I mean, chill out, Chairman Mao. This is not a great leap anymore. Your daughter is not a baby producing machine with a degree. She's never even had a real conversation with a man before. All of a sudden, you want her to suck a dick? Talking about blowjob, a lot of Chinese women don't give head because they feel shameful. That's the result of massively forbidding kids having relationships when they're in puberty, because the most effective way to stop them from nature's call is to make them feel shameful of it. A true story, when I was 16, I tried to have sex with my girlfriend. The first time I saw vagina, and man, that was traumatizing. The smell came out of it was horrific that I had to quit. I couldn't believe that's what it is, so I did my research. Then we had a conversation. She told me she had never washed her coochie before, even during shower, because she's ashamed of touching it. So, I had to break up with her. It might be a rare example, but I don't know. I've never touched another 16-year-old again. What I do know is, after they grow up, they're still ashamed to talk about casual sex topic or even jokes about genitals. They don't think it's interesting or funny, but filthy, because they feel threatened and unsafe when people talk about a forbidden topic. They don't want to be labeled as a hoe for engaging. So you can imagine, a lot of Chinese females don't know how pleasant sex can be, and they're not interested to find out. Most definitely, very shameful to make it more enjoyable. It's a shame as one of the only 2 species that could perform sex for fun instead of solely reproduction, and Chinese women choose to give up the joy. It has something to do with their fear for guilty pleasure, but also, a Chinaman has to be responsible too. Nah, I'm not talking about dick size. Of course our dick is small, but Asian pussy is tight too. It's not about it. It's about Chinese men don't feel necessary to appear sexually attractive. After they get into college, they stop exercise because PE is not mandatory no more. They play too much video games, eat too much trans fat, watch too much porn because they are stressed by not having pussy when their hormone activity at its prime. When they finally got a chance, those conservative bitches ain't gonna get soaking wet without any foreplay but only 3 minutes of jabbing and it's done. So, Chinese women don't love sex. It's shameful, not pleasant, it's pointless unless using it as a bait for long-term commitment, in which the man commit to provide emotional values, materials, or any support they need. So you start seeing China's plastic surgery industry is booming. Bitches wearing sexually suggestive outfits in casual occasions like knockoff Valentinos, clear heels, stockings. I mean, sure, there's a chance they only do it to have girls' attention to prove I'm more attractive than you are, but most importantly, it's investment and standard of their pussy. It's good, and it's not cheap. You gotta have what I'm expecting for long term to commit to it. Yeah, that just sounds like hoeing, right? I think it's even more shameless than prostitute. They don't just want money. They want you to guarantee their uncertain future. In China, you can't have sex just because you are both horny and into the moment. You have to make a serious business decision.
Bro, I think I might pick the wrong season for this shit. Anyway, I'll see you next time, alright? Peace.